What's good, fam? It's your boy Jorge. Welcome to another episode of Hanging with the Boys.
Yep. I'm Mike.
Dude,
What?
I want to give you big congratulations.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate that.
1 year
Of?
together.
Oh, no shit?
Yeah.
It's my longest relationship.
So I brought this for
our
Yerby to
celebratory.
celebrate.
How long's it been?
1 year.
No, for Yerby.
Since October.
Oh, dude, you're going to be shaky.
Oh man, just what I remember.
God,
Dude, that's
yeah.
sweet, actually.
Yeah, you missed it. 1 year, huh? That's a long time, dude.
Yeah, been doing Hanging with the Boys new version of the pod for a year now.
Dang. We got like 38 episodes? I don't know, I just guessed. Dude, that's sick.
50, 40 something.
Yeah. This is like my first real job, dude.
Yeah.
I'm proud of myself. You know,
You only called in a few times. That's
yeah,
fine.
you know, I don't like to brag about myself often, but I'm pretty proud of myself for being consistent on this.
Yeah.
I figured with how much like I travel and I'm a degenerate, like there's no way it would have been a year.
Yeah.
So, but we made it.
Yeah, we made it.
Sweet, dude.
Yeah.
So let's kick off this 1 year anniversary with it snowed this week
Yeah.
because I remember last year when we did this, I was buried in snow the whole time. So I mean, it would be fitting that our 1 year is
Yeah.
a ton of snow.
Yeah, but I mean, at least the weather is actually pretty nice. It's just for the snow.
Yeah, it's baby shit. I was just more or less saying. I remember every podcast we started last year. I'm like, fucking snow, dude.
Oh yeah.
I actually like this kind of snow.
Mhm.
Like a storm here and there, that's nice. You know, gets the golf course nice and watered.
Yeah.
So maybe next week it'll be good. But God, last year sucked. It was every day. I shoveled the driveway this week, dude. I feel like my shirt's tighter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did creatine right after and some
nice.
protein. Yeah, dude. Like my sleeves are all tight.
Got it in your system.
Yeah, so I'm feeling kind of juiced up. Had some beers last night, so I'm feeling a little foggy.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. Fucking Call of Duty, dude.
What? But you went from being all juiced up to then foggy. That's not good.
I know. But a little coffee. Dude, so did you hear that?
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
I think we've talked about it, but I have zero discipline.
Mm.
100%. Like I can admit it. I'm a man of my word. So like every time, like last week, right? I'm nothing to do till this weekend. I'm talking last Monday. So I'm like, dude, just 2 L's, right? Be good. Drink water. Made it 2 days. This week, I'm like, all right, so I fly out Friday. I got a big PGA memes tournament this weekend. Those things always get away from me a little bit. So I'm like, just lay low till Friday, dude. Monday, all water. Tuesday, all water. Yesterday, hammered. Wednesday for the people in case this is a tape delay.
But it's because you have bad influences.
I
in your
do.
life.
Yeah, and it's weird because it's always the ones I don't expect.
Yeah.
It's always my dad. My dad says he hates drinking. Like, I just can't drink no more. I'm getting old, this and that. Dude, every time I hang out with him, he's like, "Why should we go get a beer?" I'm like, yeah. And then once I get started, dude, I'm like a train. Once I get started, there's no stopping. So went up to Lucky Beaver yesterday. I wanted to get golf shoes.
Where's Lucky Beaver at?
It's in right by the Atlantis. Yeah, okay. Reno. I'm like, I want to get some new golf shoes for the memes tournament this weekend, you know, because mine are pretty old. And,
is that the ones you had in your room?
Mm-hmm. They look sick.
Hurting.
No, they're not. Just because they're not freaking Jordans. I'm not a Nike dude at all.
Well, one of them were hurting. The other one was all right.
They're both good.
2 pairs of whites?
Yeah. I wear, dude, leave the golf style to me, okay?
Style over here, golf game.
You're probably the dude out there in basketball shorts.
Oh, yeah. Look like Adam Sandler.
Yeah. But I was like, okay, I want to get some new golf shoes up in Reno. It'll kill some time because obviously we're stuck in the snow. There's not a whole lot to do. So my dad's all, yeah, I've been looking. I wanted to get like a new golf vest, you know? So I'm like, all right, let's rip up there. And he's all, Beaver? And I'm like, I know where this is going. Mm-hmm. Tall drafts, 2 green olives, buzzed up, get home.
What did you call that?
What? Desert martini.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Yeah. So a little buzzed up. Not bad. Just had 2, had lunch. And I get home and I don't go to the store. I'm like, okay, that's enough. Have your water. Chill out. And Bubs grabs a beer and I'm like, I'll do one more. And then he goes to the store, gets an 18-pack. And then Duty, everyone, you know, Berlou and Jansen, they're like, dude, should we do beers tonight? I'm like, oh, there we go. Easy 12-pack.
So Derek's back on the. I didn't ask him the other night where we were playing, but he's back to drinking.
Oh yeah,
from
he just did dry January. Yeah, and he actually did. I was surprised.
Yeah,
because him and his old lady, they like to just go have a beer at lunch or something. You know, when the kids are at school or something. Yeah. So the fact that he actually made it, I was like, damn. But dude, I think February 1st is the night he blacked out on duty and Did I tell you about that?
No.
Oh, dude.
I think what I played with you guys earlier this week.
Yeah. So his first night of drinking, like he was at a show or something, West Virginia or something, you know. So he's in a hotel room, so he finally kind of gets let loose because usually he has to be like quiet for his kids. You don't want to be yelling and shit when your kids are sleeping.
Yeah.
So we're playing, dude. We're having, and like he does what I just did with that thing. Like he 2 drinks, high noons, right? So we're playing, dude, and he's actually killing it, and he's giggling a bunch. We're all starting to laugh a bunch, and then all of a sudden he's like, "All right, I gotta piss real quick." And we're okay. So the game starts. We're in the plane, dude. And we're flying, and Jay's like, "You want to go here?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And it's late back there, right? They're 3 hours ahead. So Jay's all, "Let's land here." I'm like, "All right, dropping." And Jay's all dropping, and we see the plane with Derek in it, and we're all there. We're dropping. And then it kicks him out of the plane, and then he splats and like dies. And we're all, Derek. Dude, and he's all, the next morning, he's like, dude, I was literally talking to you guys, and I put my head down to wait for the game to load, and then it was 7 a.m.
Damn.
Like, first night of drinking, got away from him, dude. So we were cracking up so hard. So, yeah, he's off the wagon. And dude, it's weird because I played the game sober just to bore the ladies, as we always do. I played the game sober like Monday night and Tuesday night, and I'm like, it's not that fun. No, because I get pissed.
Yeah.
You know how I am. Like, everyone's cheating, dude.
Yeah,
it's my internet. I'm that guy that, like, you could make a whole reel of me, like, excusing, right? But, like, Tuesday night, dude, I couldn't do nothing. I was just getting murdered. I think I went 6 games in a row without a kill. 0 kills. No gulag, nothing. Last night, dude, buzzed. I'm ripping around the map, dude, getting some kills, saving my teammates, giggling. I'm like, way more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm always sober.
Yeah, you are.
And I play with you guys.
Yeah.
And I'm always laughing.
Yeah.
So.
But you're good at the game.
Yeah,
I'm not.
but I'm just saying, like, it's a fun time with you guys cracking up and stuff. So.
Dude, like, Jay's laugh's like contagious. Like, once he starts air laughing, dude, he won't even say nothing. And then, dude, I start laughing.
Guy's always on mute.
I know. Dude, he'll be quiet forever. And well, Jay, on me, Jay. And then he always says he ends everything with a T, his Jersey accent. That's why we're always like, mute it, cove it, you know, like, I fart it. Like, so, dude, I'm like, dude, you mute it? And he's all, fuck, yeah, I was muted that. And then you hear him take the drink, dude, and we have a good time.
Yeah. Speaking of a good time, dude, let me take a look at my notes real quick so I go in order, you know.
Way to do your due diligence.
Did you watch Supercross this weekend?
Yeah, but I don't remember it.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, so I went to the East Coast. Why do they do that?
I have no idea.
So, from what I remember, it used to be like they do a few here, and then they would go fully East Coast, and then they would come back, right?
Yeah.
But now they did 4 rounds here, and then they went
1 East,
back
here,
and then 2 here, or
Stupid.
3 here.
I don't know, but
I think 2 or 3, and then they go back east for the East rounds.
Yeah,
and it's like, why do they do that?
I think it's 3 because Deegan hurt his wrist.
Yeah,
and they said he had to just make it through Detroit, and then he had 3 weeks off or something. So, dude, I don't know. Like, I mean, we'll never know. It could just be the logistics, the stadium's available that time. You know, we don't know. But, dude, I think like the truck drivers. Like, I got a couple buddies, you know, that drive like the buses or whatever, or the semis, and it's like, dude, you're going from Anaheim to Detroit, back to Glendale. You know, it's like, God, that's like so expensive for the teams and stuff. You think you'd kind of cluster everything, and just kind of keep it moving.
See, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking more about the riders. It's kind of like a tease, like you go out there. But I guess, like, you know, if you got hurt that first weekend, you have 3 weeks or 2 weeks,
dude. And with that first turn pile up, and the lights, there's probably a couple dudes that need some time off.
Yeah, like that. It's not Talon. What's his name?
Ferry's kid.
Oh, Ferry's kid.
I think it's Evan Ferry. Yeah, he slammed, dude.
Yeah, and I think he had like a concussion or something. So I think, you know, obviously he'll be ready to go. Yeah. But it's like, that's just the weirdest thing, going to the East Coast for 1 day. Right. 1 weekend. Yeah. And then you come back to the West for the remaining 3.
Yeah, months. Like do like 3 or, you know, like, I don't know. So I don't know why they did that. Like, usually it is more of like a West Coast swing, goes into East. I mean, it was cool to watch the East Coast, you know, a little bit. And Faulkner killed it, and McAdoo's ball bag was hanging out. That was sick.
Dude, fucking Sakadoo.
Yes. Dude, what's his first name? Cameron Sakadoo.
Yeah. Dude, so, you know, like every publication now, and you know how social media works and stuff like that, like they grab onto the biggest stories, which is good, especially for sports that don't get like the prime coverage. Right. So like that was actually being covered like on TMZ Sports and Barstool and everything, you know.
Was it?
Yeah, Cameron. Dude. So this guy, Cameron McAdoo, One of the premier guys in the lights class, the 250 class. He's kind of been known for like crashing pretty hard and like being a tough dude and coming back. He's kind of like a nerdy looking guy though, right?
Right.
So yeah, he first turned pile up in the main event there. Somehow like his pants ripped and his dick and balls were hanging out.
Dude, that he's got an impressive sack on him, dude. Because even if I have a hole in my crotch right now.
Yeah.
Those things are not coming out.
It's sackadoo. Dude, that's... But
don't look at it.
I don't know if it's impressive, though, because I was thinking the same. But I was like, dude, kid has to be like 22, 23 years old.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
How's your ball sack that, like, droopy already?
I don't know. You ever seen Bite when he was younger?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on there?
Dude, when I saw the pictures of it, it reminded me of the dog on Joe Dirt. When his ball sack stuck to the porch and they're trying to spatula it off. It's all I could picture, dude. But... Dude, that's cool. He like toughed it out because those seat covers are rough.
Yeah, and then also I heard or I saw a little clip. I think he was on a podcast or something, and they asked him like, "Did you have to like really like be careful, like seat bouncing's out of the question?" He's like, "No, that wasn't a problem." And that's crazy though, yeah, because your balls are just hanging out and you're like riding this track where you could like potentially just sit on them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
and
those things are exposed. Like I've rolled the ball like going through a turn before, like it falls off the side of the seat. I've rolled in it. But you have so much like adrenaline going. Like he was probably just trying to push forward, and at the end of the night, he's probably like, "Oh, dude, I got a little freaking rug burn on my freaking beanbag."
Yeah,
that's cool. And he's married, dude. I'd be like, "Honey,
is he married?"
I think so. I'd be like, "Honey,
I think she's.
I need a rubber."
I thought it was just a chick, like a monster chick.
I think he's married.
She's hot.
Yeah. I think she was maybe Sexton's ex or something. Dude, those guys all just circle the wagon, dude.
It's monster chicks, yeah.
Yeah. That's why I always went for the dancers. Screw the trophy girls. I'll go for the dancers.
Yeah. But that was pretty impressive, and that was kind of like the talk of the thing. Poor dude.
Yeah.
He was just like, obviously that was like the worst thing that could have happened. That was embarrassing.
I've been around moto my whole life and never seen something like that.
I mean,
I've seen like an ass hanging out, like a tire burns through the pants or something. And your cheeks are hanging out, but never. His beanbag went through like a hole perfect. And was sitting there.
Yeah, and then there was a shot in the front. It's just dick and balls.
Yeah.
And you're like, from the back, obviously, it was just his balls hanging out. And you're like, dang. And then the photos are just like circulating around, even though like some publications were like censoring them, but the normal photos are out there. And it's like,
I did see a thing where he was like, dude, give me a little credit. It was cold in Detroit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, when you're racing, like my wing's gone when I was riding. Yeah. Like I'd even come in from nitro and you pull down your pants. Whoa, shit, dude. Got to fluff that thing a little bit.
Yeah.
Just nerves, you know, like you're not thinking about freaking getting blood flow to that. All my blood's in my arms and my brain and shit.
Yeah, it sucks up and goes in your body like to protect it.
Let me be honest, mine's always small, but it's even smaller when it's when I'm riding. That's why I quit riding. Like golf's so much better. It just stays an inch and a half all the time. When I ride, inside out.
Inside.
Yeah. Acorn is what I used to call it.
Yeah.
So
it happens.
I didn't do a whole lot of sex stuff when I was riding. Like during the riding.
During the riding, yeah. Well, you probably shouldn't be having sexual intercourse while riding.
Yeah, I mean, not like while I'm doing the riding, but the bike's on the stand sometimes.
It has happened.
Hey, see?
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
So I have a point to make.
Okay. Are you yelling at me?
No, and it's probably like going to go over bad with some people, I think.
Uh-oh, here we go.
But dude, I ride dirt bikes.
Yeah.
I feel like I could get on any dirt bike and kind of ride the same speed. And we're not talking about like major speed.
Right.
We're talking about just
some speed.
But I can still ride.
You can get through the gears.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? These guys racing Supercross, nonstop complaining about bikes. Chase Sexton still hasn't figured out his bike.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, you're a little bitch. Right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, get on the bike and just ride it.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. That being said,
okay.
Deegan goes out there, first turn pile up.
Tacos his bars.
His dick doesn't fall out, but his bars a little droopy.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
He said it took him he's like, dude, after like 5 laps, I was doing all the rhythms and shit.
Yeah.
And his bars were like like a beach cruiser.
Yeah.
That just goes to show like the kid's bad.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So he could ride a dirt bike and he like adjusted to it. Yeah, he wasn't like, breaking any records on lap time.
Right.
But he was doing everything on a Supercross track.
Yeah. And his bike was hammered, dude.
And you're telling me these guys like on the best bikes possible that their mechanics can make and their teams can make, they blame on the bike like, oh, my suspension. That's what I've always said that. Like I'm like, dude, I guarantee you like Sexton or Jet Lawrence can come out here showroom bike and go outdoors and smoke everyone.
Oh yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
it'd still be good. But then yet, like all you hear is complaining. So is the complaining more because that's their excuse? Or is it, do you really think like the bike is an issue?
No, I don't think the bike as a whole is an issue. You've got to remember, dude, these guys are all within a second of each other. From Roxon to Tomac to, you know. So they're looking for any edge. And then when you're riding like that, maybe there is a little, like I know Sexton's always, I think has always struggled with like front end setups. Right. And who,
I think Webb.
Stewart used to do that. I think Stewart's bike was always so stiff. Like that's why he would wash out in turns a lot and shit. Like he ran it too stiff, you know? So there is a fine line to it. I don't necessarily think they're blaming the bike because the bike's good. It's a factory bike. Like if you got on it, you'd be like, oh my God, this thing's so comfortable. Right. But it's just trying to find that little edge. Like, because once Sexton finds that comfort on a bike or Webb finds that comfort on a bike, you know, like that's when they get their edge. Now, with that being said, I read a thing a long time ago with Dungey. He used to get like so, and this is in prime Dungey when he was winning, right?
Yeah.
He used to get so nervous that he would drive like DeCoster and like the team nuts because he would want to like finick up, like he was so finicky with the bike.
Yeah.
But it was because he was nervous. Like the bike, he would go out and win the main event, but then he would like, you know, the next week he'd be fourth fastest in qualifying and he would like tell Roger something needed to be changed on the bike. And he even straight up said, he's like, dude, it's just when I'm nervous, it's like my brain does that, you know?
Yeah.
And I've done the same thing. Like, you know, like before Speed and Style, let's say I rode, you know, every single day on a Supercross track and hitting ramps. And then I'd go to X Games and I'm like, oh, dude, my bike, like, doesn't feel good. It's not cornering good, or it's like, it's going through the ramp instead of like popping me up, you know?
Yeah.
But you're just nervous. And so you start to, your brain kind of starts to zone in on, like, I mean, Sexton's front brake lever could be an inch down. And he could ride all week, but then when you're nervous, you're like, "Oh man, something's not right."
Yeah,
you know, like Cliff used to spray my bike with like the polish, like I don't know, spray cleaner
for the plastic.
Yeah, like shine it up, and then I'd go out there and ride, and like my knees wouldn't like grip to like the sides, and I'd like start bitching at him. So like at one point, he finally learned he would just do like front back, you know.
Yeah,
but he could do that all week, and I would never notice it. So nerves are weird, dude, and like I said, with those dudes being all within a second of each other, it's like he's just trying to probably find that next thing. Like I said, he's not saying the bike sucks.
Yeah.
He's just saying, like, can I find that next thing that's going to get me that much more comfortable? Is the way I look at it.
Yeah, that does make sense, though, because as we saw like last year, or maybe even glimpse this year, when Chase crashes, he's leading, crashes and everything, he goes far back in the... I think he like everything goes out the window and he's like, dude, I got to go back. Yeah. So then he just rides the bike how he's supposed to. Right. And he catches and sometimes passes everyone and smokes everyone after crashing. Yeah. But like beginning, he'll go like super fast and then he just crashes like, dude, what are you doing? Yeah. You know, but it was just a question because I did see the Deegan thing and I was like, that's pretty impressive, dude. Right. That like many other guys probably would have just pulled off.
Yeah. And like outdoors, like with Deegan's setup, outdoors, you can kind of get away with it. But like you said, Supercross, like, dude, his bar was like all the way down. Yeah. Jumping triples, rhythms, going through whoops like that. Like, that's so gnarly. But
imagine if it broke off too.
Right.
And that's just another thing, like having it in your head. But he probably doesn't even think.
No.
That kid just
needs
rides.
Points. Yeah. Yeah. And you said it, he's a kid, you know, so he's just got, like, when I was a kid, dude, I would go as hard as I could, like, no matter what. Then you start getting older, you know, like Tomac's age, like Tomac's like, oh, dude, I'm kind of good. You know what I mean? Like, so... Yeah, I don't know. But like you said, too, like these dudes probably forget what it's like to be an amateur because they've all like been factory riders since they were 12 years old. Yeah. Right. So it's like they have the best bikes and I do get the advantages in trying to figure out the next like best step. But it's like you said, if you put all those dudes on a stock motorcycle and put them on the line, they would still rip. Yeah. You know, so I think sometimes they get a little too much at their disposal where they can bitch about everything. It's like, it'd be kind of cool if you just gave them a suspension, like Supercross, outdoor suspension, and motors, and make them rip and change gearing, like, you know, like we used to in the old days. Yeah. Like once my bike was built in Arena Cross, dude, it was sprockets and a clicker here and there. Yeah. You know, I wasn't testing all this other stuff, but that's why, you know, they're getting paid millions of dollars, and I'm sitting in my spare room doing a podcast. You know, so yeah, I think it's a nerve thing for sure. Okay, yeah. Little nerves, and you know, that track was tough.
I get the whole like what you're saying. Sometimes you just kind of. You get in your head and you're like, because sometimes I'll do that too. I'm like, is my back tire like too full like with air or whatever? And I pull off and I'm like, nope, perfect. Yeah. It's me. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
your bike just feels different. You're not comfortable that day or whatever.
Yeah. But it's just like, I think even like this past weekend, I think Webb was interviewed and he said something about like, yeah, we're getting the bike dialed in. And, it's like, dude, fucking 5 rounds in and you've been testing before Supercross.
Yeah, testing since like October. Yeah, I'll never understand that really, because these dudes do put countless hours in, and it's like, how much more do you like? What do you got to get? Mm-hmm. Like you've got suspension.
It's like they fine tune it at the very last race.
Yeah,
and it's like,
yeah. So and giving Webb and Sexton a little credit, they did switch brands this year.
Yeah,
like the KTM's a totally different bike than the Honda, for the chassis, everything. So it probably has taken him a while to get a base setting, and now what he's probably talking about is more like, now let's get my setting right. You spend a lot of those months like getting comfortable on the bike, this, that, what bars you, like everything. But now he's just probably like trying to like really dial it in.
Yeah.
And you'll watch, like I guarantee Sexton probably goes on like a mid-season runner. Mm-hmm. Webb probably too, still. Yeah. I mean, Webb rode Yamahas a couple of years ago, but same thing. He switched from a KTM to a totally different bike. So that's why I think like you look at like Jet, Anderson, Kenny, like they're not saying that really. Mm-hmm. They're out because they've been on the same bikes, but Sexton, Webb, those dudes that are switching, they're probably still trying to kind of figure it out.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah. Makes sense.
But I just play Call of Duty and I'm a nerd, so what do I know?
Hey, just wondering though, because you see certain things and you're like, it's kind of funny how like when points are on the line, all of a sudden the bike doesn't matter. Like, you're gonna ride and try and get as many points as you can, but then
all that I see with those dudes is starts.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if that's what the setting he's working on or whatever, but it's like,
dude, Jet was on the starts this past week.
Yeah, like that field is so and Jet's so fast. If Jet hole shots, we're in trouble, right? Mm-hmm. But if not, it's like you got to get a start, dude. Like this isn't the class where you can start in 5th place and think you're going to come through and get to first.
No, yeah.
Especially if it's Jet, Kenny, Tomac, Anderson, and you're in 5th. So it's like, I wouldn't care about the bike. I'd be practicing starts freaking 800. Because if you get a hole shot, you got a good chance. Even if Jet passes and you get second, you're keeping yourself in the title. Because something's going to happen throughout the season. Like Jet crashed a couple, last 2 rounds or whatever. So it's like you got to be in the top 3. You can't be getting a mid-pack start and grinding your way back to 6th place.
Yeah. It's been good so far. Well, besides the mutters, but I think it's going to get even better now.
Yeah. I think we're in for some good racing. Like I said, you're going to see a mid-season charge from a lot of dudes. I think it'll be good, and I mean, luckily Jet did struggle because this thing could be getting out of sorts pretty quick.
Yeah.
If he was, because there's not really a consistent, like Chase isn't consistently second or, Kenny's actually really consistent, but if Jet was winning all these things, dude, he'd have like, half a race lead already.
Yeah.
So they're kind of lucky there. So now they've got to start pushing into the season and keep them at least honest and make a championship out of it.
Yeah. And I will say I'm pumped for Faulkner. I've always thought he was kind of like a crybaby.
Yeah.
And I think in the past he has been, but I kind of started watching his YouTube since last year when he got hurt in A1. He puts out videos here and there sometimes. So I'll check it out when they pop up and stuff like that. And I've grown to like the dude, and I feel like bad for him.
Yeah.
He's had like horrible luck as far as getting hurt. So, I kind of watched this like progression of healing from his knee.
ACL,
yeah, from his knee surgery and everything, and going out now. And it must be real frustrating knowing that like you are realistically one of the top guys.
You should be winning the title.
Yeah, in the 250 class, and then you haven't raced like in 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and that's, no matter if I dislike the dude or whatever, like I dislike Barsha, right? He's always bugged me his whole career. I talk shit on him on Instagram. He blocked me. Pretty cool.
Stuart blocked me for no reason.
Yeah.
I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, we got the blocks. I dislike Barsha, right? But you never want to see, how much work these dudes put into it. So like if Barsha trains all winter, busts his ass, wins A1, and then gets hurt, you're like, damn, dude, that sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel that in any sport, football, whatever, That's why I like golf. Those dudes don't get hurt, But like Faulkner's not like some dude like I'm like over the top for, right? Like he's whatever to me. If he wins, cool. If not, whatever. But you do hate to see, like, I mean, dude, he's gotten hurt within like 2 rounds like the last 3 years.
Yeah.
So it's like you put in all this work and all this effort and your body's finally feeling good. And then you like, what, last year Anaheim, he crashed in the heat, I think, down the start straight.
In the main.
Was it in the main?
Yeah.
So he did like 1 race.
Yeah.
And high-sided down the start straight towards ACL, and you're like, damn, dude, that's so many months of your life and like stress and, determination, and then it's all done.
Yeah.
And he's done, like you said, he's done that for like 3 or 4 years now.
Yeah, I think in the last 3 or 4 years, the most he's raced is 5 races.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy.
It is, you know, and luckily Mitch is still giving him the shot.
Yeah,
right?
That's another thing.
Because I think Mitch sees what all of us see is like, dude, if this dude can make it through a season, he's got a good shot.
Yeah.
He should win. Even if he has his little crashes, that's fine, but don't take yourself out of the season, right? And same with McAdoo. He's the same.
Oh, yeah.
He's fast as hell, like you said. He's tough, but he crashes a lot. It's like, that's got to be so hard to be a team manager where you see what could happen, but they do some dumb shit here and there, you know?
Yeah, seeing that, it's like, oh, there we go again. And then season's over.
And it's never coincidence. It's not bad luck. Some riders, I swear, like we always talk about this when we're watching the race, some riders don't have spatial awareness, I swear. Because how come Jet's not crashing every race? Or Eli, you know, or these top dudes? How come it's always the same guys always crashing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like Faulkner in that main event last year. It's like he's trying to run it in the start. He's getting pinched, but he's still running it. It's like you just got to let off, dude. You're going to come out of the first turn 15th, and you're going to have to grind from there. But he kind of tried to run it in, and he ends up high side and turn his ACL.
Yeah.
You know, it's not bad luck. It's like you got to understand.
Yeah.
You know,
I guess the only bad luck part is the actual injury.
Yeah.
That happened.
Yeah.
But you crashing is kind of like a trend.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I wanted to point out, that he came out after winning that race saying, like, you know, working with the Rhino and stuff, he's more patient and he's like trying to slow down because he said something to the point where like he knows he's really fast and like his technique doesn't catch up to his speed.
Yeah.
You know, so he's like, the fast is easy, but the technique is hard. So now I think he said he's trying to slow down to where like his technique catches up with his speed.
Right.
So like now he's not crashing. And you saw him there. Like at first, those guys were right on him.
Yeah.
You know, and then after a while he pulled away and stuff. But
in the heat race, when he was leading the heat race, he looked like he was going to crash.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's probably just nerves, first race, this and that. But in the main, I'm like, oh, dude, me and my dad were like making drinking bets. Like he's going to crash. And he made it. And that's what he needs to know is like, he can do it for one. And then you've got to know that a 4th place in a title in a whole championship series is fine. I think he puts so much pressure on himself to like win.
Yeah.
And a lot of these dudes do. Like a lot of these guys, when they crash, that's what happens. It's like, I don't know what they use with the lights, 8 rounds or something. You got 8 rounds, dude. If you can win half of them and stay in the 2nd through 4th range, you've got a good shot. Yeah. Because, I mean, Deegan's already way back in the points. You know, McAdoo's kind of back in the points. So it's like, just keep yourself in it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, prime example is Plessinger. Yeah. He won one race, but then he's still like 1 point behind.
Yeah.
You know,
because everything else has been shaken up so much. Yeah. It's like,
and I think like straight up speed, I think Deegan might handle him.
Oh yeah.
Later on in the rounds, just talking about straight up speed, right?
Yeah.
So I think he needs to realize that and maybe take ego away and be like, okay, Deegan's going fast today. I'm going to slow down and come in a second. Exactly. You know, but I think if he does what he normally does and he's like, dude, how am I going to let Deegan beat me?
Yeah.
Straight up. No way. And then that's maybe where the crashes happen.
That's what's hard about moto is like, it's an ego sport. Like golf's not, you're out there by yourself. You just swing the sticks. If you shoot 10 under and win, bitching, you know, but moto, it's like, there's a dude right in front of you.
Yeah.
And I've had it like, you know, when I started getting older and I'd be at like Sandy Valley training for X Games or something, like Sandy was a motocross track that we had. There'd be some kid out there that everyone's like hyping up and I'm not even racing. It's practice, right? But they would be hyping this kid up, dude. And I'm like, oh, no way. And I would start like pushing, like busting my ass to catch him. And then you do eat shit or, you know, whatever. So yeah, it's such an ego driven sport. But if I was going for a title and that kid's in front of me, I'm going to be like, okay, today it's not my day. Right? Like Deegan's going to beat you. Sorry, checking into a flight here real quick. But the scary thing is too, is Deegan, if he gets on a roll, he could beat you every weekend. That's the one thing I see. Oh, A52 on Southwest, folks. Oh. We're checked in. That's the scary thing with Deegan, like, which is the scary thing with Jet, right? Is like, you gotta kind of ride out of your limits there, because if they get on one, they're gonna beat you every race. Yeah, that's just the way it is right now. Like, you know, and that's not downgrading any of the other riders. They're just probably the fastest dudes. So there's the fine line, right? Like Faulkner could take a second and then a third and then a second, but it's like if Deegan's winning all these, you're gonna be in trouble. Yeah. But back to our original topic. Congrats to Faulkner. Yeah. Made the whole I think he led every lap, right?
Yeah.
Dude, if he didn't win that one, I was going to probably text him. I don't even have his number.
Yeah.
Dude, half the field was laying on the ground in the first turn. And like, I'm talking the right, like McAdoo, Deegan, like the top dudes.
Yeah.
Right. There was like, I think there was a couple privateers like 4th and 5th for like 5 minutes of that main event. Mm-hmm. So Faulkner needed to win that thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool. So excited for the Supercross.
It's been good. It's been really
fun
good.
to watch.
Like I said, like having the mishaps with Jet has kept it good, you know, because that's why I get out of Supercross by midseason is because like someone's always gone, you know, and you're like, or someone's hurt, you know, and then you're like, you're watching two dudes bat like Sexton and Tomac like all last year, and you're like, sweet, dude, where's third place?
Yeah.
Anyone see third out there? You know, like, and then if you know, sucks to see Tomac snap his Achilles when he has like almost the like points, like he was 2 points or something away from clinching.
Yeah.
So that kind of sucks, but I mean, it's like, God, it's so hard. Like, I don't know that, not to keep bringing it up, but that's why I like golf, right? Like Tiger could be out there and Tiger can miss the cut, or, you know, Fowler can miss the cut, or some no-namer can come out and win, like shoot the round of his life and win it. It's like, you never know. Like when I do golf fantasy, like it's a one and done, like or I used to do it. So like if I pick Fowler for the waste management this weekend, I can't pick him the rest of the year. And dude, I miss cuts like 90% of the time.
Yeah.
Don't make $1, you know?
Yeah.
If I'm doing a moto thing, it's like Sexton, there's 3 dudes I'm going to pick pretty much the whole time to win.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, so, but with that being said, like I do love watching Jet. Like he's just bitching to watch on a bike.
Oh yeah.
His balance and stuff's unreal, and he makes it kind of fun, like to watch. Makes me sometimes want to ride. No. He's fun to watch. And then, you know, Plessinger, obviously he's sick. We're getting a little more like attitude and like personality back in the sport, you know, cause like the Dungey, Villapoto, like Stewart, even when he got older, it's like those dudes are just there to race and done. That's it, you know? So it's kind of cool to see like, it's kind of like regenerating itself and we're getting like some personality in there.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Hey, let me ask you.
Yeah.
I just thought of it.
Yeah.
I saw that Matt Byton, he posted on Instagram, I guess he was in a commercial, a Travis Scott commercial for some shoes, doing some motorcycle stuff or whatever. What if someone hit you up and they're like, Mase, come out of retirement and come do these commercials and stuff? Would you?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
You would do that?
Dude. Because that's like, they're good pay.
Yeah,
like I did that Toyota commercial in like 2015 and it aired during like Sunday Night Football. I made $65,000 and I hit a jump that's smaller than this table. That's all I had to do. No tricks, no nothing. Like the truck went by and me and Renner jumped by each other and that was it.
Yeah.
And it was funny because we were doing it. It was still, dude, it was gnarly. It was like a 9-hour day.
Yeah.
Just to hit this jump over and over. I'm like, holy shit, dude, this is getting absurd, you know? But Dave Castillo, Ronnie Renner, they're the ones that got me into it. And we're sitting there and Castillo's like, yeah, you'll get paid no matter what. Like we got a base fee, obviously. And dude, they rented my bike off me like for $1,800. And I didn't even know it. Like Castillo's all, hey, invoice him this. Renner actually blew his wheel out because we were just jumping to flats. And Castillo's all, dude, how's your wheel? I'm like, it's fine. He's all, no, how is it? And I'm like, it's not very good. Yeah, so dude, they bought a whole new set of wheels for my bike. I made like $5,000 just hitting the jump and renting my bike out. So I'm like, damn, that's cool. And then Castillo's all, yeah, so the only issue is you've got to be in the commercial. If they cut you out of it, like if you never saw me in the commercial, then that's all I would have made.
Oh, okay.
Luckily, me and Renner in the jump part, and then we're wheeling behind the truck going down, dude. And he's all, yeah, you'll get mailbox money if you do that. I'm like, okay, cool. Dude, like the commercial comes out. I'm like, dude, there it is on Sunday Night Football. Sick, you know? Dude, go check the mail a couple weeks later, $5,000. I'm like, oh, sweet, dude. Dude, 3 days later, $8,000. 2 days later, you know, $6,000. I'm all, holy shit.
How long do you think it ran for? Like probably
a month.
Like a month?
I think a month.
Okay, I was gonna say at least like 3 months.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. It was 8 years ago, so or 9 years ago. So
it was when they came out with the new like Tundras and
Tacoma. Yeah. So I was like, damn. So like, I actually like got my SAG card, tried to do some other stuff, but like the way my schedule worked, it never panned out. So I never did another one. But I'm like, I would do commercials.
We should get into it. Who should we hit up?
Castillo.
Because Byton, I think I saw he thanked someone, and Bartram was one of them.
Yeah, because I know Bartram was into like.
But I don't think Bartram was in it. I think it was just
probably lined up.
Byton.
Yeah. So
I need to practice my wheelies.
You do,
because they'll definitely ask for a wheelie.
Yeah. If I had to do that Toyota commercial 3 times a year, it was the easiest thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
Like I said, dude, I'm literally hitting a 2-foot ramp, jumping as a truck goes past, and then following the truck. and made almost 70 grand. I'm like,
yeah,
Jesus.
Well, and I see commercials all the time that have dirt bikes, and I'm like, I wonder who that was.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Do you ever do that?
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I wonder, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I saw the Travis Scott one even before Byton posted it.
Yeah.
And actually I saw photos and I saw some dirt bike stuff, and I was like, I wonder who that was.
Yeah.
And it turns out to be Byton.
Yeah. That's cool.
Cool.
It's good for him because that's, like I said, it's easy, good money.
Well, and that one's supposed to play during the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So
hopefully
he's going to get a big.
Yeah, he should get a big check, but hopefully, because what you want it to do is keep playing.
Yeah.
Like you said, like mine went like 3 months. So that's every time it's playing, I'm getting checks for 3 months.
Yeah.
But
that one I don't see playing because it's not like a Toyota commercial that they show all the time, Pepsi or something. Right. It's just Travis Scott in his shoes.
Yeah.
So I feel like they'll probably show it there, and then it'll be like an online thing.
Online, yeah.
And I don't know exactly how that works.
Yeah, you get paid.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I see it online playing a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about that Toyota commercial is it was the day after Mammoth when we raced that year. Mm-hmm. And remember my hands? Dude, I grenaded my hands, like blisters all over the palms, like my thumbs. Didn't it suck because I had to drive from Mammoth back to my house, grab my freestyle bike, and then drive right past Mammoth again down there. And I'm like, dude, my hands are killing me. Like, I don't, because dude, the one on my palm was like probably that big around, you know, just grenaded. And they start setting up our jump and stuff. And it's just like I said, a mini ramp to a flat landing. And I had to do it like 30 times, dude. And like, thank God I got paid what I got paid. Because every time I landed, I'm like, oh my God, dude, my gloves were stuck to my hands by the end of the day. Just blood everywhere. I'm like, oh, dude, it's bad timing on that one. Okay.
So they call you up for the Travis Scott drop.
Uh-huh.
But you got to do tricks because Biden was like flipping and shit.
Yeah.
Are you doing it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I would need like a
little practice.
Probably 2-week heads up.
Okay. Well, anyone out there that can hook it up, hit us up, dude.
Yeah.
If you need someone that can't wheelie and crash, I'm your guy.
Yeah. I could still wheelie.
I bet.
For sure.
Yeah.
I can still hit a ramp. Like I said, the only thing that I would be afraid of is if they're like, can you holy grab? And I'd be like, oh man, I need some time.
Nah, they don't need that.
Okay. Because like a flip, dude, that was the most basic trick at the end.
Well, I think the Toyota commercial type deal, like we're just jumping off a little dirt pile.
Yeah.
It's exactly what we need to be in.
Yep. That is my my model. That's my
and we'll make it look like, you know, like dirt bike riding is the funnest thing in the world.
Oh yeah.
Especially Mike.
Yeah, dude. I'll have an open face helmet on. You'll see my smile. I'll be so excited.
Yeah. That's cool. Congrats to Byton.
Yep.
You know, that's a good gig.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So you're checking in your flight there.
Uh-huh.
What do you got going on?
I am going to Dallas for PGA memes.
So it snows and you're like, I'm out of here.
Well, I'd planned this before the snow. Dude, you know what sucks though? Someone doesn't want me to golf right now because it's 70 in Dallas right now. The tournament's Sunday. Trav lined us up a Saturday round just for fun. And it's raining Saturday and Sunday. That's it. Monday's fine.
Oh, you're still golf though, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's still like 60 degrees.
You said Dallas?
Dallas,
What's the course?
It's the Cowboys Club, actually. It's called the Cowboy Club or something like that. It's like all Dallas Cowboys. I think there's stars out on the course, like big stars and everything. And
so is it safe to say there'll be Dallas Cowboy guys there?
I would think so. Trav actually was talking our fourth, because it's always me, Taylor, who's on Trump's team, Travis, and then he was talking about the backup quarterback, that Cooper Rush, I think is the backup for Dallas. He was supposed to be on our team, but I guess he's not going to be on it now. He's doing something, but probably some Cowboys there. There's a lot of like influencers going.
Well, Super Bowl weekend.
Yeah.
That's going to be a tough one, but maybe laid back.
Yeah. I saw, I don't really know. It's like a Tyler Gabriel or something. I think he was a wide receiver for like the Bears and stuff.
Uh-huh.
He's going to be there. So yeah, Trav gets some good people at these tournaments. Yeah. And that's kind of what's fun is like I don't just go there just to like go golf. It's like a good networking event.
Oh, for sure.
Getting to meet a bunch of people. Like I met Bryce Butler through Travis, who was a Raiders and Cowboys receiver and does a lot of stuff with the NFL still. Met him, like meeting influencers, just a bunch of people. And it's just fun. It's like a fun little social get. Like if I'd never met Trav, like I would have never done Jason Day's tournament. Right. So I'm like so glad that I, flew out to Orlando to do Trav's tournament a long time ago. Because he's got like, I did the Live Pro-Am all because of Travis. So he's a good dude. So it's fun to go out there, meet new people, and then of course help Trav. He raises a shitload of money for a children's hospital, and it goes to a good cause. So it's gonna be fun.
Can I suggest something?
Yeah, hell yeah, you can.
You start riding again.
Oh my God!
Just listen.
Okay,
makes sense. You start riding again. You get a gear sponsor. So then when you go to these tournaments and stuff like that, or these social events, you take a jersey and you can give it to one of the guys, you know, like I'm sure Bryce Butler would be pumped to have your jersey.
No.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
Like when they find out who the fuck's Mike Mason, they say, you know, and then they look it up on the guide or whatever. They're like, oh, sick. And then you're like, yeah, I got a jersey for you in the hotel room. And then he's like, I got a Dallas Cowboys helmet for you.
Be sick. I got an idea. Why don't I skip the writing and just call Fox and see if they'd print me up a couple jerseys? And then
that works too.
Yeah, that's way more safe.
But I'm just saying maybe Fox is just like, hey, dude, you're not riding.
They're going to charge me for them for sure.
Well, yeah, you could buy them, I guess. I know a printer in town.
Yeah, dude.
Just a suggestion. But yeah, that sounds cool, dude. How long are you gone for?
Just Friday to Monday.
Okay.
Like I said, we're going to do a little fun round Saturday and then the tournament Sunday. And then I think Trav's, because it's cool because I think it's Central Time, not East Coast. So we'll get done with the tournament and then we can still watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So Trav's trying to line up a bar right now. Last night he's like, yeah, I think I found this bar. It's bitching. It's got a bunch of TVs and like cabanas and stuff. I'm like, that sounds like it's outdoors and it's supposed to rain, dude. So I'm going to be in like my golf rain kit at the bar, dude, just hammer drunk. But yeah, I'm excited.
So you'll have some good stories for next week?
I'll have some good stories.
Okay.
And then I go to Mesquite after next week too. So I'll have more good stories.
What's that one?
Just golf.
Okay. Oh, in Vegas?
Yeah. Just
that one's cool. Yeah.
And we usually do it like it's just our buddy Zevi, his girlfriend has a place down there. So we usually do it just to get out of the weather. But I mean, dude, it's been so nice. This is the first snow we've pretty much had all year.
Yeah.
You know? So I guess we're just kind of going down to be degenerates now. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, got a fun couple weeks coming up. And then I'll just chill out, get this place ready to sell.
Oh yeah,
dude, we're
big work.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a grand finale from the Mase studio.
Yeah, in
a couple months. Fuck, that's a lot of work, dude.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Back to the golf. I'm getting stressed out.
Yeah, yeah. So that should be cool. This is the first PGA Memes tournament of the year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's scaling back because like the last 2 years we've done the Monday of this week for the waste management because Trav usually had to be at waste management anyways, but he's scaling back because it's a lot of work for him. Dude. He doesn't make money on it. You know, like by the time he gets the course paid off and, you know, trophies made and gift bags, and then all the money that he does make goes to the charity. So it's like when he's doing 4 or 5 of them a year and having to organize it, get the course prep, you know, all that, it's like, it's a lot for him because he's got a lot going on. I mean, he does stuff with Liv, he does stuff with players. Like he's always on the road. Yeah. Like if you follow him, dude, like every 2 days he's on a flight somewhere, you know? So he still wants to do it because I think the children's thing's out of Dallas maybe. So I think he's tight with them. So he still wants to do a couple a year just to raise some money for them. Yeah. But yeah, it's a lot of work. So I think no,
that's dope, dude. That like, you know, we talked about it last week, having someone on the podcast. That's why it would be cool to have him because it's like, how do you go from a normal dude, you know, to kind of being blessed? Yeah. Getting this cool opportunity. You know, he put the hard work in, but cool opportunity. A little bit of luck that happened there to get him where he's at. And then, but then one of its main things, because he's not 10 years deep, right? Yeah.
I don't know, 5 or 6.
Yeah, so he's not even like, you know, 10 years deep. But yet, like one of the main things he wanted to do is like, hey, let me do a charity because I want to like give back to kids. Right. You know? Yeah. And that's like super cool. Yeah. There's people that have been in like any kind of industry making millions for 20 years and they don't even give back.
Yeah. Yeah, so. Exactly. He's a good dude, man. And like, I mean, I only met him through Instagram. Like I told you earlier, it's like I started following him. He had like 5,000 followers. And I started following him because Lee Westwood, who's a PGA golfer, like one of Trav's first
You golfed with that guy, didn't you?
Yeah, he's bitching. One of Trav's first memes was making fun of Lee Westwood because he never won a major. And Westwood blew him out in the comments. I'm like, dude, this is sick. It was almost like drama show, you know? Yeah. So I started following him and he started following me. I'm like, oh shit, dude. And all we did was
wanted a jersey.
He didn't. He's never once asked for one. I got him in my garage.
Okay. All right.
But we just kind of started bullshitting through Instagram here and there, you know, and he was doing a tournament in Orlando. I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna go out there. You know, like I've just broken up with my girlfriend. I'm like, I'm not gonna sit here. It was snowing here. I'm like, I'm gonna go to Orlando. And I thought, you know, I paid for the tournament, everything. And I thought Trav would just partner me up with someone. And he's like, yeah, dude, I put you in my group. Like, I'm stoked to hang with you and golf with you. And then that's where I met Taylor from Trump's team. And I'm like, oh shit, dude. And dude, from there, he's just like taking care of me. Yeah. You know, like, I try to help him as much. Like when I get to the tournaments, I help with whatever he needs, you know, but he's just naturally like that giving caring dude. You know, like he'll never ask for nothing. Like he asked me to pay $100 for his tournament because that's what goes to the charity.
Oh, okay.
Like when you sign up, like say this weekend's $300 for a person. 200 of that goes to the course. The
Dude,
food.
that's cheap if it is.
Yeah, like when he does Trump's courses, it's like $500 a person. So it just varies off what he has to pay for the course. But yeah, like a foursome's $1,200.
That's cheap. Yeah, because I there's another social media golf influencer that came out of nowhere, and he does a tournament, and his are like in the thousands, like $3,000 per player. Oh yeah, and I'm like,
dude, I think Day's tournament is $25,000 a foursome.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So it's because.
But that's Jason Day. I'm talking about some guy that just kind of started.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know who are you talking about.
Ben Baller.
Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, but see, he's gonna draw in those people.
Yeah,
and Trav could too, but Trav's not out to rape everyone. Trav wants, like, his tournaments are meant to be fun. I mean, every charity tournament I've ever done is fun, but like I said, Trav's not trying to make money off it. Trav wants, as long as he can give some to the hospital and cover his costs, that's all he cares about. You know, some of these dudes are probably like, and depending, like, I don't know what course Ben Baller's at, because that's what a lot of it is.
Okay,
you know, like when we do Day's tournament. It's at a super private course. Like, dude, like when you go in, like there's a dude at a gate and you got to sign your name in, and like they check every single, like I had a guest with me last year. She wanted to come do some social media stuff, and she was kind of last minute. So she's riding in with me, and I'm like, oh, she's not on the list. She's just dropped me off. And the dude's okay, in and out, like that strict. And then we just parked the car and went in, you know, but so it's a lot of it's going to be the course. And then, you know, like Day's tournament has like top of the line food, you get what you pay for. Right.
Yeah.
And for a lot of like, because it's all rich business dudes. So like they're paying $25,000, but they get to talk to Jason Day and shake his hand.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
and he probably has other top people. Not that like a Ben Baller one, because he gets like celebrities. Yeah. And Trav gets like social media influencers and stuff. So I get it, but there is a big difference between a Jason Day caliber of other golfers coming in, you know? So.
Yeah, definitely. So like I said, all of them are fun though. It just depends on what you want to pay. And like a lot of the, like, you know, because Trav does take care of my tournament stuff. So I've gotten to play like every Trump course damn near for free now.
That's cool.
Yeah. Like Palm Beach, you know, Bedminster up in Jersey, LA, which is right on the coast, you know. So it's like the LA one, like a prime tee, like an 8 a.m. tee time is $740. Yeah. And I'm sitting there playing it for free, you know. So it's cool, dude. But that's besides the point. Like I said, I'm there to help Trav golf, have some fun. You know, him and Taylor have become like good friends to me now. So it's more like a getting to go see my boys thing. You know what I mean? So I'm stoked, dude. It's been a while since I've seen him, and I've heard a lot. Like I heard the clubhouse is just all Cowboys memorabilia and everything. That's cool. So yeah, it's not like your stuffy like golf club. Yeah. You know, like sometimes when you walk in, I got to take my hat off. I'm like, I'm just gonna stay outside. So it'll be fun, dude. I'm stoked to support the cause, see my boys get hammered.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who do you think is gonna get hammered this weekend?
Me.
Cowboys or not Cowboys? Niners, Chiefs, Super Bowl.
You already know my conspiracy.
Who do you want to win? Obviously,
the Niners.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell that they're going to miss the storyline of Taylor Swift and the champion Chiefs. I'm calling it right now. Yeah. I already saw like that Portnoy dude put like $1 million on the Chiefs money line. Yeah. That's the only thing I can think of. The only thing I could justify is so much money is going to be on the Chiefs that you can almost see Vegas.
They flip it.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the Niners are the favorites. They're, you know, the Chiefs are the I don't know how the Chiefs are the underdogs. Like, yeah. But Niners are the favorites. All the money's on the Chiefs. But I can't see it. I can't see them having Taylor Swift there, not having the Kelsey Swift story, because that's all that the NFL is now. Yeah. You know, like we were watching NFL Network this week, like the whole media thing, and it's like, yeah, Brock Purdy, he's a good game manager, but Taylor Swift and Kelsey, like we'll get back to that. Yeah. And then they're like, let's talk to Mahomes. But dude, Taylor Swift and Kelsey, you know, and I'm like, I can already see it, dude. Yeah. Can you imagine if the Chiefs lost? Like, how are they going to hype up Taylor? They can't.
Well, I mean, they still will. But all conspiracy theories there. You know, a lot of talks are like, you know, how like NFL's using her, blah, blah, blah. But dude, I think in reality, it's the opposite. I think she's using everyone. Because, dude, who's gained more from this? Yes, Chiefs, you know, revenue's gone up, viewership's gone up, Kelsey's gone up and stuff like that. But dude, Taylor went from being Taylor Swift. Yeah. and you know, her tour and everyone being crazy about that, to being like the most famous woman in the world.
Yeah.
Because of the NFL.
Yeah.
Because now that's all like everyone talks about.
I know. It's so annoying. Dude.
So it's not just, let's talk about Taylor Swift as like, I'm a Swiftie in her Eras tour or whatever it's called. You know, now it's like, let's talk about Taylor Swift being in the Super Bowl, being in football and stuff like that. So I think actually she's using it. I think
it's a use.
I think they lose.
Okay.
They break up.
Oh, yeah.
Next year, she might be in Europe with a soccer player.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to go one of two ways. Like, I feel like once the NFL is done with her, like, they will break up. Kelsey will probably retire, just go out and vanish, you know, like, because look at like Brady. You know, like they've set him up with the most famous supermodel ever. Mm-hmm. And then right as his career's done, they're like, okay, they're getting divorced. Like, I swear, because I think we talked about that Paige Van Zandt chick. Did we talk about that last week? The UFC fighter? So she was on a podcast last week or 2 weeks ago, and she straight up says that they put people together. Mm-hmm. For, like she said, when she got big in fighting, she hired a publicist out of LA, and she said within 2 months, the NFL publicist contacted her and they wanted her to date a player, and they were going to go to this dinner spot, and they had paparazzi already lined up. Because you ever think that's weird? Yeah. Like there's just happens to be photographers just ready to rip. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And so that she said she's all the Travis Taylor thing it's all staged. Yeah. She's like, tried to do it to me, and she stood the dude up. Like the date was supposed to happen. Who's the dude? She didn't say. But it was an NFL player. Yeah. And they had
Tom Brady.
Yeah. They had the dinner planned and the paparazzi out of it, and they had the whole story made up. And she's like, I didn't do it. She's like, that's not for me. So it's like, I fully believe that this thing's publicity.
Yeah. That sucks. So he's not even banging her out.
I guarantee he's not doing her. Like, do you see him try to kiss her after the championship game? They like barely hit lips, dude. They're all.
Well, that sucks because he's like he's like a wild boy.
Yeah.
You could see like even at that interview, he was all excited, and and she was probably like, oh my God, that's so embarrassing.
Yeah, Jesus.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he just like wants to party. And shit.
She needs some like billionaire like New York City dude, not a freaking rugged.
That's not gonna touch her.
Yeah, she don't want to be touched.
No, she don't want to be put in doggy.
She's like, no, hell no, dude. Her butt's that big.
Yeah,
not much for doggy there.
But Travis, he wants to put everything in doggy.
He can't. He'd split her in half if he got in there.
Yeah,
but we're getting weird right there. It's funny too because I always catch myself like going through Instagram, and I don't know why, because it like bugs me. Like, that's fine, dude. Like, people get in relationships all the time, but like now all these Swifties are into the NFL, right? Like anything with her and Travis posted, like everyone's like, oh my God, match made in heaven, couples this. And now I'm starting to see like people are like, anyone that thinks that it's annoying that Taylor's on the NFL, they're just jealous. Like they're just this and that. And we're like, no, we're watching the NFL to watch a bunch of grown ass men freaking nail each other and make plays. Like that's show her like, oh, Taylor Swift's in that. But dude, I've said it before. Travis gets 1 yard, Taylor Swift. Yeah. Travis gets a touchdown, dude. She is like, it's like she's never seen a touchdown before.
That's what I'm saying. She's gaining more from it, from the relationship than actual Travis.
Like I said, it's a use. Like they're both gaining, but it's so annoying. Like because I never go through the comments, but every once in a while, like laying in bed on board, and I go through them and I just see those people and I want to snap their necks. I'm like, you're 13 years old and you didn't even know what football was until 3 months ago. And now you're telling us that we're just jealous of like them. I'm like, no, I'm watching dude, put it on TMZ as much as you want, because I don't care. Yeah. But it's like so hard to be watching a football game, dude, and every single thing is about her. Yeah. And then you watch the post show, everything they're talking about her. And then I'm watching Monday's football station or NFL Network, and they're talking about her. I'm like, dude, am I watching the freaking Grammys or am I watching the NFL here?
Yeah. I'm just hoping the game's good.
Yeah, me too.
I hope the game's good. There's not some fishy calls, stuff like that. Because otherwise it's like shitty game. I think Usher's performing. Yeah. I'm not sure. Yeah. But I think one thing we should do is like try to learn how to capitalize on whoever's playing, because especially this year, every time there's like a performer that performs that's not like in the spotlight right now, people are like, holy shit, and they go back. Mm-hmm. I remember like Missy Elliott came out one year and all the kids were like, dude, that's so sick, like it's cool. Like I forget who it was that was a headliner. Yeah. But they're like, it was so cool of them to let that new artist come out. Yeah. It's like, dude, it's Missy Elliott. That's not a new artist. Yeah. But then her catalog blew up because everyone started going to Spotify and everywhere trying to find Missy Elliott. Happens every year, Yeah. So I'm sure Usher's listening and all that's going to go up. So I wonder how we can like capitalize a year in advance, like trying to, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do something, but
I'm not
yeah. So I think Usher's going to blow up, obviously,
Yeah.
after this. Especially this is probably going to be the most watched Super Bowl ever.
Yeah,
because
it will be 100%.
Yeah, tickets are ridiculous.
Oh my god, dude! Yeah, I remember Biden went to like
Patriots one, right?
08 Patriots one or something. I think he paid like $2,500 for like nosebleeds. I'm like, damn, that's so much, dude. They're like 10 grand is the cheapest ticket. And dude, it's cool to feel the energy and this and that, but the game is so much better on TV.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. You see more like commercial. You can go get up and go piss or something. Like you're not just sitting there watching them stand on the field for a minute, 2 minutes. You know, like.
So obviously where we live, we don't have a team, so it's not like we go all the time. But I've been a few games, and I'm like watching the quarterback like fakes me out.
Yeah.
Like handoff, I'm looking over there, and then he's back for pass, and then he passes. I'm like, ah, shit.
Damn it.
I was looking at that play. I was looking at the running back the whole time.
Yeah.
But on TV, you don't do that because they cover it. You know?
Yeah.
So they know exactly what's going on. But then when you're watching live, especially if you're a little bit further away, you're like, who the fuck has the ball?
Yeah.
Unless you see. And then also, too, you know, say it's like a 20-yard, even like 30-yard pass. Mm-hmm. It looks so small.
Yeah.
You're like.
I did that. I got to be on the Ravens field when we did tour out there a long time ago. And we always had a football in the rig, always. And we actually snuck onto the Ravens field, dude. And I remember throwing like a 5-yard out to Biden or someone. And I'm like, it's so weird how they talk about how gnarly quarterbacks are. Like, dude, it's literally, it felt like it was from me to you.
Yeah.
Now, throwing it with, you know, accuracy, and they put some power. Because like a 5-yard like out to the sidelines is kind of far as wide, you know?
Yeah.
But like when they were just running in the middle and like stop, it's like, dude, it's right there.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty gnarly. Like you said, like.
Yeah, but just being in person, it's not as impressive as like watching on TV.
Yeah, see, and I think we're kind of like jaded from like moto, let's say, because even golf, like, you know, I've been to a couple PGA tournaments. It's not that fun.
Yeah.
it's bitching to watch how they hit the ball. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I've gotten to play with Jason, you know, like just me and him before. So it's like I see how they hit the ball because it's a different way. Like even when I pinch the ball, it's not what they do. It's just different sound, everything. But like when you go to a PGA tournament, you're like, sweet. You know, you go to the NFL, one play, timeout, you're all. But like moto, dude, you smell the gas. You hear the motors, like they go by you, dude, eating shit, like, you know, good battles. And it's like, I think we're just brought up so much more on that style. You know, like I need like the energy out of a live sport.
Yeah.
The only thing that's energetic about football is the crowd, right? Like third down, they're all yelling.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, the stadium's just crazy. Everyone's drunk and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a cool atmosphere. You know, you're either drinking or you're eating the food there and stuff like that. So yeah, for sure. But but spend that money just to say you went
for 4 hours of your life, and then dealing with the people, the traffic in and out. Like it's not like.
Dude, imagine the guys that spend the money, go get wasted, get fucking in a fight, and get arrested.
Yeah,
it's like, dude, that's a bad situation.
Yeah, and with the getting wasted part, that's the shitty thing. Is like, imagine spending 10 G's for nosebleeds, and then you like black out or something.
At least you had the photos, maybe.
Yeah, because the last football game I went to was in Arizona, and it was the Cardinals and the Browns. And dude, it was like an afternoon game when we started pre-gaming at that Fat Tuesdays place, like the big like slushies.
Yeah.
Dude, had like 4 or 5 of those. And dude, I don't remember getting in the stadium, and I was like one-eyeing the whole game. I didn't even know who won.
Damn.
Yeah. I was
waste of a day.
Yeah. And I'm like, why did I even go?
Well, not waste of a day, but waste of like the attraction, which was the game.
Yeah. Like I barely, but you know what's weird is I did like the dive-in revive. Mm-hmm. Like I barely remember the game, dude. Like one of my friends actually went to the hospital. He was so fucked up. Like they were going to arrest him because he was being a dick.
Dude, Fat Tuesday will do it to you.
It's hard. Yeah. So they ended up taking him to the hospital and IVing him and stuff. So we were down to like 3 of us. Don't remember the game. Don't remember getting back to our Airbnb. And then all of a sudden it was like 10 o'clock at night, dude, and we were ripping beers again. Mm-hmm. I was like, I came out of like a coma. It was so weird.
Maybe you didn't even go to the game. You just dreamt it.
No, because I remember closing one eye to see. Because dude, I could like we were way the hell up there, so I'm trying to like look at. It looked like there was 40 dudes on the field. I'm like, oh shit. So, but it wasn't that cool a game. So imagine doing that at the Super Bowl though. You're like, oh hell yeah, I got Super Bowl tickets, and you're all.
All right, so real quick.
Yeah, make it quick.
You won't be here. So, but go to either meal or snacks for Super Bowl.
Oh, I like snacks. I think I would probably do like. I like pulled pork because it makes a shitload. You can throw it on tater tots, sliders, not whatever you want, you know? So my favorite would be pulled pork, lay down the tater tots, season them up, pulled pork, barbecue sauce, jalapenos, cilantro, onions. And you just make like a loaded top, sour cream, whatever, you know, like so good. I do that. Most people like the buffalo chicken dip, but it gives me heartburn, dude. Bad for some reason. So probably buffalo chicken dip. I like it with bread, like crispy bread, like little bread pieces, instead of chips. And they'll do the little smokies. My mom does like little smokies and meatballs, and then just does like in a crock pot, like barbecue sauce, grape jelly combo.
Oh, so
and you
good.
just toothpick them out.
So good.
Yeah, that's how I have this thing right here.
Well, it's not Super Bowl every weekend.
There's a lot of football and sports on.
True.
I mean, we got the Masters coming up. I'll do the same thing. We got, Supercross on Saturdays. I can find a reason to eat and party. Okay,
so then when you do that, though, so you're basically saying, and I know you're drinking a lot of beers and stuff, so you're basically saying, I'm good with snacks. I don't really need a actual food dish.
No.
Okay.
Nah, we're like more of pickers, just some little plates. And
yeah, I like that.
Yeah, because it kind of sucks, like, if you're trying to, like, prep a whole meal, and then, like, say the game starts, and you're, like, cooking, and then everyone has to get up, and it's like, I'd rather just kind of, like, buffet it.
Yeah. I know it's pretty lame.
Yeah,
and stuff, is. But I will say, pizza.
Oh, that's not lame.
Well,
you can never go wrong with pizza.
I'm just saying, for, like, Super Bowl, has to be pizza.
Yeah.
There has to be some kind of, like, you got to go all out and get the best pizza that you can.
Right.
Pizza, love it.
Yeah.
The
wings.
little wings, dude.
Pizza and wings.
Dude.
Ranch or blue cheese?
Ranch.
Yeah, I can go both. I like them. Got to be homemade,
I don't go both ways.
Thank God.
I only go single.
I'd scoop my fucking seat over.
Hey, you go both ways.
I do.
Ranch and blue cheese.
Yeah. Got to be homemade, though. I hate the store-bought shit.
No, I mean, some of the restaurants, because they home make it there.
Yeah,
basically. Those are good.
Yeah. You can always, but like, when you get pizza and they give you like the little dippers, it's so gross. So,
yeah. Pizza, wings. I do like a nice little cheese plate with like crackers and
dude.
Salami or some kind of stuff.
That's
like
my jam. Oh, yeah. I do that on a Tuesday.
Yeah. But that would be it. I think the pizza kind of fills you up a little bit, and then here and there, little snacks.
If you were drinking, what would you be drinking all day? I'm just saying if. I know you're not.
Probably, I don't know.
Long drinks?
Yeah. I don't know.
High noons?
I haven't drank so long that it's like weird to even think about it.
Once again, I'm going to state that I saw you with a long drink like 3-4 months ago golfing.
Mm-hmm.
You can't lie to me, dude.
Yeah, that's a long time. And that was one.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't drank in a while either.
But that's the thing. I can't really see myself like sitting there drink because I don't like the taste and stuff, you know?
That's why I could see you doing a long drink.
It still doesn't taste that great.
Cup of ice with it, dude. It's so good. It's
not like a Yerby.
Hell
if Yerby was alcohol,
dude, I will tell you, it's the same thing with Red Bull because I used to love Red Bulls.
Mm.
You can't mix Yerby with vodka.
No,
dude. One time I got to Sunridge and I had like half a tank because it's only a 10-minute drive, So I brought it in. I'm like, screwed. I don't want to waste it. So I brought it in and got like a little red Solo cup. Toby Keith, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Got a little red Solo cup with some vodka in it, and I filled it up with my mint yerba and took a drink of it. It was disgusting.
Well, yeah, dude, that's horrible. But you're saying don't mix your Red Bull with vodka?
I hate Red Bull vodkas.
Weird.
Because I kind of chopped the story there. Yeah, I don't know. Like every time I have a Red Bull vodka, it's disgusting, and then it makes me not like the Red Bull. So it kind of like was disgusting, and I didn't like the yerba for a sec.
If anything, I mean, cranberry vodka, orange juice vodka, like that's good. But Red Bull vodka is pretty good.
I don't like it at all.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
When I say pretty good, I mean I can tolerate it. But
it's good. Jaeger bombs.
No.
Red Bull Jaeger. Really?
Dude, Jaeger's gnarly.
It is, dude. I don't remember shit when I do that.
Jaeger's pretty gnarly.
It's weird too because I hate, like if you poured me a shot of Jaeger, just a shot, I would start like gagging right now. It's disgusting. But dude, for some reason when you dip it in with a Red Bull and do the shot, it's delicious.
It's just more liquid to consume though.
Yeah.
At least the shot's like down real fast.
Yeah.
I've been doing like the ginger turmeric shots in the morning. Dude, those burn like a motherfucker.
Hell yeah, dude.
But imagine like putting like Red Bull in that, like just making it more of the same liquid, just with a little bit of different flavor. So you got to consume more of it.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. I'm going to consume like 19 beers. So what's a little more on a shot going to do to me?
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Because you don't like the Jaeger.
I don't.
Okay.
Anywho.
Yeah,
we got a big weekend.
So I'm looking forward to, I mean, where you're going is probably you're going to have some good bar food and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. I'm trying to figure out what I want to make this weekend.
Dude, I think you just do the snack, like your cheese and crackers. And
sometimes you want to impress.
You got to get the real shit though, okay? Dude, that's what bugs me about like Instagram people. is like they got millions of followers, and like if they make like a burrito, they just use bagged cheese. Yeah, I'm like, where is the love, dude? You gotta grade that shit, cut that shit. Like I get the log of salami and like cut it instead of the bagged greasy shit. You gotta do it real.
Oh yeah, that's way better.
Yeah, and you put it all nice on the cutting board I use. I'm hungry, dude.
Dude, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, dude. You know what I'm looking forward to is every time, and a lot of our listeners should do this. They should join me on Sunday. Every time they say or show Swifty, it's a drink. Just a drink, not a full
you might die.
No.
Because you're already going into that day.
Out of the tournament.
Yeah. Yeah. Been drinking a little bit, you know? Yeah. I'm not and then you're going into doing a drinking game like that. They're going to show her a shitload.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll probably be like 15 beers down.
Pretty impressive.
I got to get some water in me, dude.
Yeah.
Should we end it on that note?
I might not even watch. I'm just going for the snacks. That's like...
Honestly...
Dude, I mean, when you change your lifestyle and you've been eating good and stuff like that,
you gotta have a cheat day, dude.
I don't even care about the game really. Yeah. I'll watch, but I'm gonna be over there in the snacks.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm hoping they have like good wings and stuff this place.
Probably so.
I'll send you pictures. We'll do a virtual hangout for the Super Bowl. Sweet.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're a year deep. Hopefully we make it another year.
Yeah.
Hopefully some good stuff happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, check us out all our social medias at @theboys_pod, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everywhere.
All of it.
Yeah. Tell your mom, your dad to watch us.
Yeah.
Listen to us.
Yeah. Good luck Taylor Swift on Sunday. I'll be drinking. Until next time. Peace.